My beloved child, there has been a decree given out in the heavenly courts regarding all that you have been carrying upon your shoulders. Every burden you have set upon my feet weeks ago, months ago, maybe years ago, yet found ways to pick up upon in moments of panic. Every promise I whispered over your life that you believed for a season before doubts began to creep back into your heart. Every situation you prayed over and officially gave to me, only to take it all back and put it in your own hands all over again, because things didn't turn out exactly as you had envisioned. The verdict is final. The decision is irreversible. You are no longer privy to what I have taken away from your hands. The stress that builds up when you stay up thinking about a scenario is not caution. It is also a form of theft. You are stealing back from me what I bought with my blood, what I took by force, what I sealed with my word that cannot be broken. I need you to understand something that's going to change how you walk through the coming weeks. When you gave me that situation, when you prayed that prayer of surrender, when you said the words out loud or whispered them in the secret place of your heart, I did not file it away as a request pending review. I did not put it on a waiting list. I did not mark it for future consideration. I took it fully, completely, irrevocably. The moment you released it into my hands, it transferred from your jurisdiction into mine. It moved from the natural realm where you were struggling to manage it into the supernatural realm where I operate outside of human limitation. And yet somehow in the days or weeks that followed, you started reaching back for it. Not in any intentional or conscious manner, but in the still moments when fear yells louder than faith, you start to attempt to co-manage what I already possess. Let me demonstrate to you the true extent to which I can be your shepherd, the extent to which I can perform the role of the shepherd in the truest sense of the word, not the mouthpiece of a song you sing in church. Not just a soothing image on a greeting card, but an actual living, breathing everyday reality, whereby I guide you to places of sustenance that you would not find on your own. Green pastures are not random phenomena. They are not happenstance. A shepherd does not stumble upon these while wandering about aimlessly. He is aware of their exact location because he has surveyed the land. He planned the route. He guarded those pastures from predators and drought, from anything that would make them unsafe or unproductive. Now, when I'm telling you I am leading you to green pastures, I'm telling you there is a specific place of provision, peace, and abundance that I already prepared for you. It has your name on it. It is protected, it is flourishing, and I am walking you directly toward it, even when the path doesn't make sense to your natural mind. But here is the problem. Here is what blocks you from experiencing what I have already arranged. You keep trying to navigate yourself. You keep pulling out the map and arguing with my directions. You keep stopping mid-journey to analyze whether we are going the right way, whether this is taking too long, whether you should have arrived by now. And every time you do that, every time you shift from trust into analysis, you drain yourself of the very strength you need for the journey. You were never built to carry the burden of results. You were built to walk in obedience, to listen to my voice as you followed closely, looking at me instead of at the obstacles that were beyond that path. When you take upon yourself the burden of trying to figure things out, when you spend your nights lying in bed thinking through scenario after scenario, you do not arrive at any conclusion, and you come to a place of depletion. Those are the words that are speaking to you right there. Those are the ones you have been thinking about for the past week or so. Those are the ones that wake you up out of your rest with a start and a fright. Those are the ones you have been trying so hard to fix but can't seem to fix no matter how hard you try. Those are the ones that make you feel like you're being crushed by them. Those are the ones that make you afraid to even think about them. Those are the ones that you're having trouble making a decision about because nothing seems right. The dream that seems to be dying. And you don't know whether to fight for it or to give it away. I'm telling you, as the person holding all the power in heaven and on earth, that it is not your responsibility to fix it. It is your responsibility to trust me with it. Those two things are entirely different. One will kill you and the other will save you. You cannot work up trust. Trust is not something that you build by trying harder. Trust is the moment you get tired enough from trying to control everything and just fall into my arms and realize that I had you all along. That moment you're afraid of. That moment you finally just give up and stop trying. That is not the moment you fall. That is the moment you land exactly where you're supposed to be the entire time. Resting in me. I know your idea of resting. It feels irresponsible. It's like giving up. It's like you're betraying your post, your duty, your role in all this. But that's exactly what's holding you captive with these feelings of exhaustion. Rest is not inactivity. Rest is trusting in action. Rest is the strongest statement of belief that you can make in life. It is trusting that I am what I say I am, that I can do what I say I can do, that I care more about what concerns you than you could possibly care about it yourself. I want to take you to a part of Scripture that I think is commonly read in passing and not fully digested. David said he would not want because the Lord is his shepherd. Not he might not want, not he hopes he will not want, he shall not want. That is a statement of absolute certainty. But note what precedes that certainty. Psalm 23:1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd." Now, isn't he confident in the outcome? It's totally based on who was leading him, not on anything else. He didn't say he shall not want because he's smart enough to figure things out. He didn't say he shall not want because he's got a good plan. He said he shall not want because of who was shepherding him. Everything rises and falls with that one truth. If you have the right shepherd, you'll end up in the right place. If you have the right guide, you won't get lost, no matter how confusing the path looks. If you have the right provider, you will not lack what you need, even when you cannot see where it is coming from. And then David says something which reveals the secret to walking in that kind of confidence. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Did you catch that? He makes me, not he invites me, not he suggests I consider it. He makes me lie down. Because here is what I know about you that you do not always know about yourself. You will not rest unless I make you. You will not stop unless I intervene. You will run yourself into the ground trying to manage everything, fix everything, control everything, until your body or your mind or your emotions force you to stop. And by then you have done so much damage to yourself that it takes twice as long to recover. So sometimes in my mercy, I make you lie down before you destroy yourself. I close doors you were trying to force open. I remove options you were obsessing over. I put you in a position where you have no choice but to trust me, because every other option has been taken off the table. And you think it is punishment. You think I am withholding something from you, but I am actually protecting you from yourself. The green pastures are not just about location, they are signs of condition. To be green means to be alive, growing, thriving. To be green means water is nearby, because you can't be green if there's a drought. To be green means you have rich soil, because you can't pretend to be green in barren ground. Even when I guide you to green pastures, I guide you to a place that is already sufficiently supplied. You are not going to have to beg for it. You are not going to have to strive for it. You are not going to have to convince me of a need for it. It is already there. The pasture is already green. I have prepared it before you even got there, and you simply need to lie down on it and receive what I've already provided for you, which is where most of my children are missing the concept. They walk into the green pasture. They do not lie down. They look at it, question it, analyze it. They wonder if it's really for them. They wonder if there's a catch. They wonder if they should even be there looking for something better. And they starve in the presence of abundance because they are unable to bring themselves to receive that which they have not earned. Okay, I'm going to say this as nicely as I possibly can. You'll never earn my provision. You'll never deserve my blessing. You'll never be good enough to merit my favor. And that's kind of the point. You see, grace implies that you receive that which you did not earn. Mercy implies that you do not receive that which you do deserve. And I love you not because of your performance. I love you not because of your goodness or lack thereof. I love you because of mine. I am good, period. I am faithful, period. I am committed to your care because of myself, not because of you. So when I take you beside still waters, I'm not putting you there so that you can view them from a distance. I am taking you there to drink, to refresh yourself, to allow the peace that surpasses understanding to flood the chaos which has been churning in your mind. Calm waters are not stagnant waters. Calm waters are peaceful, deep, quiet waters. They are the antithesis to the whitewater rapids you have been trying to navigate all this time on your own. You have been fighting the currents for so long, you have forgotten what it is like to drift, to be clutched by something or someone better than yourself. To calmly float along as the currents dictate your pace, that is trust, not passive, not flippant, not careless. To trust in the one who controls the waters. He restores my soul. Not he might restore it if I plead his case well enough, not. He will think of restoring it if I get my act together. He restores my soul. Present, active, ongoing. Because this is the reality of walking with me. You're getting depleted. You are going to give of yourself. You are going to serve and love and invest yourself in the lives of those around you. And sometimes, when the emptiness is most overwhelming, you have a decision to make. You can attempt to replenish your own life through diversions, escapes, fixes that maintain the status quo, or you can come to me, and I will do for you what only I can do. I will restore to you what is lost. I will rebuild for you what is broken. I will replenish for you what is empty. You think that I will simply patch up your life and send you back out into a world that is simply going to drain your life again? No. I will restore you to your original design. I will bring you back to who you were, before the world got their hands on you, before disappointment taught you to lower the bar, before betrayal ever taught you to protect your heart, before failure ever taught you to play it safe. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Not for your sake. Not because you're worthy, not because you're so amazing and deserving of blessing. For his name's sake. Because his reputation is wrapped up in your results. Because the people who get to look into the life you're living are supposed to get a glimpse into his faithfulness. Because the people who get to look into the storm you're walking through are supposed to get a glimpse into his peace. Because the people who get to look into the opposition you're fighting are supposed to get a glimpse into his strength. Your life is not your own. You're not just living your life, you're living with his name on you. And I am not going to allow his name to be tarnished on the lips of the world by leaving you stranded, by leaving you mid-process, by failing to deliver on the promises I've made over you. So even if you're unfaithful, I am faithful. Even if you're cynical, I am certain